Hi guys, I Aziz welcome you to CoedMaster. In this video, I am going to talk about interfaces. So guys, interfaces is also a mostly confusing topic of object-oriented programming. Many people find it confusing and daunting. So today in this video, I am going to demystify the concept of interfaces using real-world example. So if you are willing to learn interfaces in depth, then this video is for you. So make sure to watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Alright guys, let's begin this video. So guys, if you remember from the very first video of this series, I showed you that how can we build a flexible, extensible and maintainable software using object-oriented programming, right? And I took the example of computer and RAM. And I told you that computer is a very flexible device. Why? Because we can change RAM at any point of time. If we want 8 GB of RAM, we can change. If we want 16 GB of RAM, we can change. If we want 32 GB of RAM, we can upgrade anytime. This property makes a computer a very flexible device. And I also told you that in object-oriented programming, inspire from the real-world entities and we try to imitate all the real-world entities into objects, right? This is all we have discussed in the first video of this series. So guys, in this video, I will show you how interfaces help us in developing a flexible software so that we can change the behavior of a software at any given point in time. So let's understand the concept of interface using this example. So guys, if you use e-commerce websites or e-commerce application, so what happens whenever you place any order, you get the notification in a form of email or SMS or push notification. So let's say we have a class notification here. And what is the purpose of this class? The purpose of this class is to send notification. Okay. And on top of it, we have email notification class. And this email notification class has a subject and body as properties. And what is the purpose of this class? To send notification via email, right? Now I want to send this email notification. So this is a driver class and using this driver class, we can send notification to all the customers. Okay. So how are we going to send notification? I have to pass an instance of email notification into this method. And then this method will send email notification to a customer. Okay. So let's do it. So first of all, let's create an instance of notification class, notification. Okay. And notification is equal to new notification. So this is how we create an object of notification. Okay. Then we call notification dot send. Okay. So this is how we are going to send email notification to a customer. Okay. So far so clear. So in order to send notification to a customer via email, we have to pass an instance of email notification into this method, right? And this method then calls method of these email notification to send an email to a customer. Okay. Now let's pass the object of email notification into this method. Okay. So let's create an instance of email notification. Email notification is equal to new email notification. Okay. The object is created. Now we have to simply pass this object into this method in order to send email notification to a customer. Okay. So we receive the email notification object here and then we are calling end.send. Now let's run the program. So now you can see that the notification class is sending an email to a customer. So all of these classes are just an example to make you understand the concept of interface. Okay. So guys, if you look at this piece of code over here and over here, you will see that there are two major issues with this code. So the number one problem is this class is strongly coupled with this class. Okay. Email notification. Now think about a solution that tomorrow I want to send a push notification or SMS notification. Then how would be able to send the push notification and SMS notification? We have to write another method that send SMS notification and then we have to write one more method for sending push notification. And using the same method, we have to create new classes for push notification and then email and SMS notification, and then we have to pass the object of that class into different method like send SMS notification or send push notification. So this is the first issue, that this class is strongly coupled with this class or this object. All are same thing. Now the second major issue of this class is not flexible. as I said that this class is strongly coupled with this class, we cannot send an instance of push notification or an instance of SMS notification into this method in order to send push notification or SMS notification. So there are two major issues with this class. Because of these two issues, this class is not a flexible class, right? Because we cannot change the behavior of this class at runtime. That is why it is not a flexible class. We cannot change the behavior of this method at runtime, which means this method is not a flexible method. And overall, this class is not a flexible class. Our goal in object-oriented programming is always to make a flexible software so that we can change the behavior of a software at runtime. And tomorrow if I want to send push notification, then we will be able to send push notification by passing an instance of push notification into this method. And for example, if I want to send SMS notification tomorrow, then I will be able to pass an instance of SMS notification into this method to send an SMS notification. So guys, in order to solve this problem, this is where interfaces comes into picture to rescue us. So actually interfaces is the thing which help us in making flexible software. So there may be different definition of interfaces. Some definition says that interface is a point where two systems interacts, and that is absolutely correct. So if I take an example of socket and charger, then you can observe that a socket has an interface, and using that interface we can plug that charger into that socket. So here interface is acting as a point. Using that point, two systems interacts with each other, right? Now there is one another definition of interface, that interface in object-oriented programming is acting as a contract. Yes, you heard that right. Interface can act as a contract between two systems. Now let me show you how. Now if I remove the email notification from this method, and if I say that this class can take objects of all the classes that follow this contract, and the name of this contract is iNotification. So if we do this, then our problem will be solved. How is it? Because now this method is not strongly coupled with any class. Now this method is coupled with a contract, and the name of contract is iNotification. So whatever class follows this contract can be passed to this method, and this contract says that any class that follow this contract must have a method that is send. Okay, so if we use this approach, then we can pass any object into this method which follows this contract, and it is must that that class has a method with the name send. So now we can use this send method with different objects which obey or which follow this contract. Now the question over here is how to implement this contract in object-oriented programming. So guys, this is where interfaces comes into picture. Now what is interface? Interface is a contract in some context, or we can say that interface is a blueprint of the behavior of the class. So now let's first create the contract. Okay, so let's create one interface, iNotification. Okay, this is an interface, or this is a contract. Now this contract says any class that wants to become a notification class must implement this contract, okay, or must follow this contract. And this contract has one method, and the name of that method is send. Okay, so this is a contract. Now in order to make any class as a notification class, that class must follow this contract or must implement this contract. So in object-oriented programming we call it implements. So when we call implements iNotification, this means now this class is following this contract, and this contract has send method. So this class also has one send method. If I remove this send method, then it will throw an error that says class email notification must either be declared abstract or implement abstract method send. So we have created a contract, and this contract says that a class must implement or follow this contract, and if a class is following that contract, then that class must implement send method. So that is why we have implemented this contract here, and we have implemented the send method of this contract. Now we can happily remove the email notification from here, and now we can pass email notification from here, and using all of this change, our program will run as expected. Let's run the program, and you will see that the program is running and email is sending. Now how interfaces is going to solve our problem in making this system flexible. So let's try to create one more notification class. Okay, and this time our notification class is push notification class. Now using this class we can send push notification to customer. So here we have push notification class. So this class also has some attributes like title, because when we receive push notification we receive title and the body. Okay, so let's write title and body. Okay, now in order to make this class as notification class, we have to obey the contract, or in terms of object oriented programming we have to implement the contract. Okay, and the name of contract is iNotification. Okay, now let's implement the contract. So this contract says that you must implement send method. Okay, so this is how we implement send method. So let's write system.out.println, and we can say that push notification is sending. Okay, so now you can see that we have two classes. One is push notification class that also implements iNotification interface, so which means this class is following this contract. And then we have email notification class, and this class also implements iNotification interface, which means this class is following this contract. Okay, and we have this driver class that is used to send notification. And now this class is not directly coupled with any of the class, that is push notification and email class. Instead the method of this class is coupled with the contract. So which means that this method can receive an instance of all the classes which follows this contract or which implements this contract. Okay, and what this contract says, that this contract says all the classes that follows this contract must have send method. So that is why we can safely call end.send method, because whatever object we receive using this method must have send method inside of it. Okay, so now let's say we have an object of email notification. First we are sending email notification to a customer, and then let's say while running we want to change the behavior of this object and we want to send push notification this time. So how we do it? First we have to create an object of push notification. Okay, is equal to new push notification, right? And then we can pass push notification to the send method of notification class. Okay, push notification. Now if we run the program, you will see that first it is sending an email and then it is sending an push notification. So guys, I hope you understood that how we can make our software flexible using interface. So before, when we were not using interface, the method of this class is strongly coupled with the email notification class or the object of email notification class, right? But after using interface, this class is no more tightly coupled with a class. Instead, it is coupled with the contract or a protocol, or you can say it is better to say contract. So using this contract, we are making the method of this class as flexible as possible. So now we can pass n number of objects into this method in order to send notification of any type. Let's say tomorrow if we want to send SMS notification, then we simply have to create a class of SMS notification, and that class implements this interface, or we can say that that class obey this contract, and then we can pass an instance of SMS notification into this method to send notification via SMS. So guys, I hope that now you understood the idea behind the interface in object-oriented programming, that using interface we can make our software as flexible as possible so that we can change the behavior of software at runtime. And using interfaces we can also make our software loosely coupled. So if you look at this class is loosely coupled with notification classes, because we are not passing an concrete instance of email notification or push notification. Instead, we are passing an instance that implements this contract, right? So because of this property, the class is not tightly coupled with the concrete classes. Rather, this class is loosely coupled with contract. So this is all from my side for this video, guys. If you have learned something valuable from this video, then please hit the like button in order to make YouTube algorithm happy. Please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click the bell icon so my friend you never miss any upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.